I'm an Army veteran, 12 years, and I served in the Iraq War in 2003. I was asked to speak today about how 9/11 has affected my life. I wanted to be able to do this without dishonoring those that are still serving today, so please keep in mind as I speak that this is only one of thousands of stories as it pertains to this horrific day. Evasion orders, and I'll never forget looking at that when I saw I had 72 hours to report to my new unit, which was in Hobart, Indiana. There was 10 of us from my Kingsbury unit that transferred over. Now, as you can imagine, I was pretty overwhelmed by all the emotions I was feeling at this time, and had a lot of fear, anxiousness, obvious concerns about, the fear of the unknown. But the one emotion that sticks out the most was guilt. You see, my firstborn child was only about 3 weeks away from being born, and I knew that I was going to miss the better part of his first year of his life. That's when I remember thinking, why am I even here? My parents don't deserve to be worried sick about me. My son doesn't deserve to not have dad at home. I needed to be there. To be completely honest, I had a little resentment and anger towards the whole thing, and not against the United States, just the whole situation. I was missing the first of everything in my little boy, his first crawl, first words, first steps, everything. Many moments while I was over there that I would just be selfish, as I would, only think and dwell about how I was feeling and how this war was affecting me, and just simply feeling sorry for myself. Lives were affected by this, not just mine. Think about those innocent victims and all the families that were forever changed, and about the actual attack on the United States. This was my motivation. This was my motivation in getting through the deployment. I knew I could persevere and drive on and do what I needed to do and eventually get home. Where the victims in the towers, unfortunately, they would never have that chance. I was able to find a way, put my feelings aside, and do my part in bringing justice to those who acted so violently, cowardly, and evil towards the United States. And I didn't want to just do it. I wanted to do it with pride.
The last 10 years in the Guard, I broke my service apart a little bit. I served 8 years from 88 to 96, and then came back in 2005, where I've had the privilege to recruit Kosciuszko County's youth. Let us reflect upon the sacrifices of all our fellow citizens and soldiers who have fallen in service to our country. Let us also reflect on how their deaths have forever impacted their families, their loved ones, their friends, neighbors, and extended community. Let us dedicate ourselves to never forgetting their sacrifices. Some of those local heroes that unfortunately never came home: Lance Corporal Fribley, Sergeant Major McLaughlin, Major Fiscus, and Staff Sergeant Snyder. As I speak, service members are on the front lines defending America in a free world from the enemies of freedom. Many service members are also deployed around the world, strengthening our allies. 9/11 every day by never failing to honor the men and women who gave their all. Their courage in the face of certain death will shine like a beacon on future generations through times of danger and uncertainty. Their sacrifices will serve as the staunchest of warnings to our enemies that we shall never abandon the cause for liberty. To the armed forces, firefighters, policemen, all other first responders, and the veterans in the crowd today, I say thank you for your continued service and bravery. You are the backbone of this great nation. Thank you.
Kosciuszko County 9/11 Memorial Remembrance Committee is dedicated to remind everyone that the United States was violently attacked on September 11, 2001, and we are still at war with those attackers.